There was a study by Gartner in 2020 that says companies lose $12.9 million every year because of poor data. Now, your company might not losing that much money, but you are definitely lose time when you have to deal with poor data. Now, if you're serious about cleaning your data and not wasting your time, I have this video for you where we have 10 steps framework to clean our data from this to this. And in these 10 steps, I have 3 of my absolute favorite ways to clean data. These are second, sixth, and seventh. And you have to tell me which one is your favorite. So let's start the video. Now, first of all, in the first step, we need to remove all the blank rows that we have in data. So if I open my filter here and show you, you can see I don't have all the data in my filter. And the reason is that the continuity of the data is broken because of these blank rows. And that's the reason we need to clean our blank rows first. So what I'll do, I'll select the first cell and then I'm going to press the keyboard shortcut Control Shift and End, and it will select the entire data. And then I'm going to press Control T, click OK, and it will convert my data into an Excel table. And after that, I'm going to again open my filter, deselect everything, and then only select the blank rows. And then select all the 3 rows, right click, delete, delete entire sheet row, and it will delete the rows. Come back, now my blank rows are gone. So this is my first favorite way to clean data in Excel. Now this step is my personal favorite. We're going to clean dates from the first column. And if you look at the first column, we don't have a specific formats. We have almost a different format in every cell. And that's the reason I'm not going to use any traditional functional formula for this. I'm going to use a Python code here, Python function. So what I'll do, I'll enter a new column and then I'm going to enter py and then hit tab, and it allows me to run a Python code or Python function within the cell. So what I'll do, I'll enter pd.to_date time. This is my function. I'm going to enter the parenthesis, select my cell, closing parenthesis, and then press and hold the control key and hit enter. And here I have my dates cleaned in usable format. Let me just change the format from here and then copy it from here, paste it here, again change the format and delete this temporary column. And now I'm going to clean the names from the customer name column. So for this, I'm going to use a function called trim. I'll enter a new column. I'll enter trim function here, select the name, close the function and hit enter. And all the unwanted spaces from the names are now removed. So I'll just copy it from here, paste it here and remove this column. Now, if you look at my region column, I have these blank cells here, which I want to fill with the value from above. So I want to have east here, west here, and north here. So what I'll do, I'll select this column, this part of the column, and then I'm going to press the keyboard shortcut Control Z, and then click on special, and then blanks, and click OK. And now I'm going to say equals column C2, and then I'm going to press and hold the control key and hit enter, and the entire column is filled the values from above. And I'll simply copy it from here and paste as values. Now, along with the price and quantity column, I want to have a column of amount that is the product of price and the quantity. So I'll enter a new column and I'm going to say amount. And here I'm going to use this simple formula that is price into quantity. Now, you see, when I enter this formula in few cells, I have this value error because I don't have this price here. There is a hyphen. Now, to make my formula error proof, what I'll do, I'll use a simple function that is if error, and in the value, I already have the calculation, the formula, and in the value if error, I'm going to say a blank space, or you can use any value that you want in return, and I'll close the function, hit enter, and now I don't have those value errors in my formula result. So that's how you can make your formulas error proof. And this is my second favorite way to clean data in Excel. Now, in this step, we are going to do something that is a little out of the box. If you look at my product payment status column, I have laptop and paid here. But if you look at first few values, I have underscore, and then I have hyphen, and then I have ampersand between these two values. So to split this one column into two different columns, I'm going to use a specific function. But before that, I need to convert this table back to my actual range. So I'll select any cell and go to table design, click on convert to range. And then I'm going to enter two new columns. And here I'm going to say text split. Select the cell where I have the value. And now in the column delimiter, instead of specifying a single delimiter, I'm going to specify 3 different delimiters in one go. And for this, I'm going to use this specific format, that is hyphen, underscore, and ampersand in between this semicolon and wrapped in a curly bracket. Copy it from here, paste it here, close my function, hit enter, and here I have my laptop, that's the product name, and the payment status in 2 different cells. I'll copy it from here, and I'm going to say paste as formulas. And here, all the products, all the payment statuses, let me just use it in the heading as well. And the product and payment status. Let me copy, convert into values, and delete this column. And this is my third favorite way to clean data in Excel. Now, in this step, we are going to use an AI feature that we have in Excel. It's a new feature that we have in Excel to clean our data. So first of all, I'll convert this data back to an Excel table because we have converted it into a range in the last step. So I'm going to say Control T and click OK. And now I'm going to go to my Data tab and click on this Clean Data button. And as soon as I click on it, it shows me a few improvements that I need to make in my data to make it clean. So the first thing is to remove some extra spaces. So I'm going to click Apply. And then it shows me the inconsistent names that I need to change. So I'll specify a name here. Let's say if I go with FedEx and apply, it will change the name from all the cells. And the same thing goes with DHL. I'm going to apply because I need this one. And now I have this blue dot that I need to change. So I'll say this is the blue dot that I want. Let me just enter it here, blue dot, and click apply. And it changes all the cells in just a single click. Now let's work on our tracking ID column. So I'll select this column from here, and these tracking IDs are basically 15-digit number, and that's the reason it has shown like this in my table. So I'll press the keyboard shortcut Control 1, and then I'm going to go to number and change the decimal places to 0 and click OK. And my tracking ID is now actually number that I can use further. Now let's add a new column here for the delivery days. I have the delivery date, and I'm going to say delivery days here, and let me change the width. And here I'm going to use a simple, very simple formula, that is delivery date minus the actual order date. And as soon as I hit enter, I get the number of days for every order's delivery. And now in the last step, we are going to remove all the duplicate values from our data. So I'll just go to Data tab, and then here in the Data Tools, we have this small button that says Remove Duplicates. So I'll click on it, and it shows me a dialog box where I can deselect any column if I don't want to consider that column while identifying duplicate rows. So I'll go with all the columns, and then I'm going to say OK. And it says 2 duplicate values found and removed, and 21 unique values remain. I'm going to click OK, and now my data is ready to use further in reporting. Hey, thanks for watching this video, and if you really like this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And this is the video you should check the next, and I'll see you next week.